bother me. Boy, you know it ain't no stopping me. I'm a prodigy. Boy, you know I brought my squad with me. They gon' ride for me. Boy, you know I brought my squad with me.
Alright, so I'm going to do this one a little bit differently, guys. So let's talk about some Warhammer Plus, alright? Alright, so Warhammer Plus, I've had it for about a month now, and I'm not really impressed. Again, I'm going to have it for about the year, so essentially you're getting like a mini for that, right? But ideally it's not that great. To be honest, there's only like 2 animations currently on Warhammer Plus. Every week they probably give you maybe 1 or 2 things to watch on there. Like Lore Master is the new show they have on there, and that one's pretty neat. Just kind of speaking about lore, but again, this lore was kind of out, but it's the most recent lore, so it gives you some Dark Imperium lore. I believe first one was like Abaddon. I'm not sure what the second one is. I haven't watched it yet. Again, you know, high quality, but again, it's not too long. It's about 15 minutes, so it's a nice little lore video, and they kind of do it pretty quick. The battle reports are, again, very nice. I've always said that. I thought the battle reports were very well done. But again, you know, they're not doing them every week. I thought they would be. That's like probably the easiest thing to do is battle reports, at least once a week. Not too bad. Released every Wednesday. Animations, I thought they might have more animations on their back burner. At least at the ready, because they were just released Hammer and Bolter, and only 3 episodes for Hammer and Bolter, by the way. They haven't updated that at all. They were focused mainly on the Blood Angels one, which is Angels of Death, which had just had its mid-season finale recently, about a week ago. So I'm just kind of left to wonder, okay, do you guys have any more animations coming up, or are you guys gonna do like 1 animation next week or what? That's kind of where I'm at right now. So I mean, you know, I paid for this. They have not really delivered too much on the Warhammer TV front, and they're re-releasing new stuff for the Warhammer Revolt, but the new stuff is actually old stuff, if that makes sense, like old White Dwarves that have been out. If you haven't had White Dwarves, I haven't even looked into those. There's a lot of them. And they've condensed them down from what I've heard, which is a shame. But it looks like they took the portions of it where the armies are, and they kind of separated that, you know, in general. And then they give you lore books on there for current lore on like the Dominus Crusade and the whole revival of Gilliman and stuff, and those are okay, and those publications are no longer available. But again, I believe they took out all like kind of special rules for that, which you would probably have to buy in the Warhammer 40k app. That gives me to my second point here. So you get also the apps are a part of the subscription. So the apps, the Warhammer Age of Sigmar app, you have access to pretty much everything for the most part. The Warhammer Age of Sigmar app just kind of lets you build, you know, your armies there, and they have revamped it. So it just got released about last week, I think. So it's still like a new version of the Warhammer Age of Sigmar app, and it's pretty nice. I could get my War Scrolls real easy. Age of Sigmar has been very accessible. So when you get like a kit or a box, they got all your War Scrolls with there. They got like suggested battalions with the buffs for those battalions, especially in the Get Started boxes. So Age of Sigmar is very like, you know, hey, come grab me, you know, and play with your friends real quick, you know, sort of deal. Whereas in Warhammer 40k, it's more like, how do I monetize the most out of this? Now, I understand the popularity of 40k is why they want to monetize it the most compared to Age of Sigmar. But still, they need to go ahead and give you a little bit more value for your buck here. I know in England, or sorry, not England, in the UK anyway, they're having a thing where people are getting upset because they announced that the new Orc Codex would be on the 40K app if you have Warhammer Plus, but they didn't put in the ad that you have to pay for it. So people are kind of pissed that it's like, oh hey, I gotta pay this extra charge now for that codex, even though you said it was technically free on that, on that ad. So it's a little misleading there. So they might be in a little hot water for that. I'm not sure how that panned out. If you guys know, please let me know in the comments below about that, if anything came of it. I doubt it. But anyway, other than that, I think Games Workshop just needs to kind of step up their game when it comes to Warhammer Plus. I would have loved to have some Black Library access with my subscription. That would have been really cool to actually have, instead of these tiny old magazines and old publications that are no longer available. Give me like a Black Library thing, like a Black Library card maybe, that I have to renew every year. There's a lot of lore in those books. There's a lot of cool books, a lot of cool authors that are, available. I mean, I wouldn't mind doing that. Audiobooks are also a plus. In case you just don't have time to sit down and pull up a good book. I know we're all kind of living busy lives at the moment, so. But all things considered, it could be better. It should be better, and it's a shame it's not. They were hyping it up for this big thing that, they're going to go in really hard on Warhammer TV, but the release schedule, I don't even see one. I don't even know what they're going to be releasing. They announce it every week, but it's just ridiculous at this point. I was just kind of expecting more animated content, more battle reports again. Is more just kind of fun stuff that they do, like Lore Master, or I do like the again, like I said, the Master Paints. I find those lessons to be very informative and really easy to digest. The audio is really clear and very good, and they kind of do a step-by-step thing. And it's all, hand brush. They don't really do any airbrushing, which most of the time on YouTube, if you haven't noticed, most of the painters on there are telling you how to do it with an airbrush and then going back in there with a smaller brush. I personally just do it by hand, but hey, that's just me. And the masterclass is really nice for that, so you can do everything by hand. Again, I mean, there's other free resources as well on YouTube that have been there for a long time, and you just gotta go find them. But this one here is just a little bit quicker to access, and for me anyway, that's kind of how it works out. But yeah, I know. After 1 month, I feel like I haven't gotten, like, I get 1 month's like what, like $6 essentially. It's about like $5 a month normally. So I guess it's just like, hey, here's a little bit, here's a little bit, here's a little bit, here's a little bit. But it just feels like they were unprepared. That's all. It just feels like it's unprepared. Feels like it was kind of rushed. They didn't actually have a good lineup going on yet. Most of the animation is about 15 minutes long. The last Angels of Death animation was about 28 minutes, which is a plus, a little better. But it was a flashback, and it was a really good one. But again, I don't know what I was expecting really. I'm excited to see what else they got coming up here the next month. But so far, I'm not sure I'm gonna be renewing when after this is done, so we'll see how it goes. Again, this is my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about Warhammer Plus. Go ahead, comment down below, along with that other question I asked earlier. I don't exactly remember what, but yeah, tell me what you guys think. And until next time, guys, never stop smiling.
I don't care.